Hello. Grand Rising America. Rise and shine and get on the grind. With Tanya R. Brown and my co sponsor, co person, with my main man. How about that? With my main man. Uh, let's do that. With my main man, Baker Man. So let me try this one more time because I freestyle, right? I'm new to this, but I am true to this, okay? I'm new to this, but I am true to this. And when I say that, I'm passionate about what I do, right?
What is it that you do?
Oh, well, number one, I talk a lot.
No.
Yeah, I talk a lot. So, I was.
Who does it say I talk a lot, but I can back it up?
I don't even know who say that.
Oh, but we figured out.
Yeah, but no, because I excuse me, because I was gonna do one. Like I said, I had been always wanting to do a YouTube show because I do talk a lot, and I'm like, I had one called Tanya Talks a Lot.
Well, that would have been a good. That's a good description.
Talking with Tanya and stuff. So here I am.
Tanya and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you like that? Talking with Tanya and stuff. It's so much, But what I definitely am doing is I'm doing something. I'm doing something because, like I said, if you go back and you look into this channel, I started this channel like 2022 or something, just when the virus and stuff was happening, and everybody, that's when YouTube started to take off. When that virus happened and everybody was stuck in the house, it was people like going live and it was going, open up a show. Not a show, but it was like, do a YouTube channel, do something, because people was in the house just bored. And then,
yep, it was.
And it was coming out so many different ways. Like some people was doing like a really, really great job with the editing and setting up the channels and stuff. And I'm like, I want to do it. Then you had people just cut on the camera and just, did what they did. So I was trying to get into the game, but I'm like, I'm like, what am I going to talk? What am I going to do? And then at the same time, I wanted to be personal. Like, even though like now, and I'm sharing my life with you all, and I'm up here front center, and I'm behind this picture, but if you can go look, you'll see how I look, and then you'll still see I'm gonna come from behind the picture too at the same time. But I'm moving around and I'm doing different things. So I just didn't know what to do. But now I'm just doing it. Okay, I'm just doing it. So I'm out here, and that's what we do.
Nike. You like Nike and just do it.
Yeah, just do it. So, and you out here doing it with me, so I appreciate it because I like your support, and it helps me feel honestly more comfortable with you here with me.
Oh, okay then. The comforter.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. That's good to hear.
Yes. So thank you for being out here with me. I'm a Libra. They said Libras need company sometimes. Libras can take on leadership, but at the same time, they work better in pairs.
Oh, yes. I heard that. I read that. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
So I will try again with
then.
With the introduction. Because I do like rise and shine and get on the grind.
Yeah, my mama used to say, rise and shine, get the sleep off your mind.
I like that too. So we're gonna set our timers because we are out here working. So we're going to set our telephone timers to 20 minutes. And we're going to have 20 minutes of talk time. And freestyling, yeah. So 20 minutes of talk time, freestyling. And as I go along, as we move along, we'll put up information so that people can call in and stuff like that. But for right now, anyone that's out there that's listening, first of all, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and in the comments say say something. Say something. And if you want to join in and got a comment or anything you'd like to add to the conversation, we definitely welcome that. So, Baker Man,
yes.
Let me let you do some talking.
Oh, okay. Grand rising to the nation. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. That is Psalms 118:24. What do you think?
I think that's nice.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. Mm-hmm. Kind of put you on some positive notes, even though you might have some negative stuff going on. You still have to rejoice and be glad that you are existing and get a chance to do it all over again.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever, and don't be too hard on yourself. Like, nothing beats a failure than a try.
Right. Exactly.
And you can't always try to wait for the perfect moment to try to change something or do something. Nobody's saying like go out there and just be wild and reckless and do something, but don't be afraid.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's Aaron Hall. Was it Aaron Hall? Don't be afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid, baby. All right, I'm trying to set my timer, so I'm gonna set it to 20 minutes. So
20 minutes, and then before we was went on live, we was talking about in the interest of truth and fact checking and making sure that people are accurate with the information that they are getting or receiving, because that is probably the situation that we are in right now, is that people don't research or look into things before they come to a conclusion, and then they just go off of what they hear instead of analyzing the situation. So political wise, it's good to always know and get the truth, because we find ourselves in this situation that we're in now because people just are not, they're lazy for one, and they don't check into stuff. They don't say, hey man, let me see if that's right. Mm-hmm. Or even still, some might even still look at it and fact check it and still say, that's not what I want to hear. I like the false information that I just got. It fits me well.
Yeah, and they say that. They like, I heard that before. They said sometimes people believe a lie before they believe the truth.
But why though? Why would you want to believe a lie though?
Now, I don't know why. So, and
then they say that sometimes if, and I think Umar does that, like if you repeat something 3 times, then it makes the whoever's listening, it makes them more inclined to believe what you're saying. Like, so you know how he can say.
You need to be saying stuff a lot. He need to be saying it a lot, like 3 times. Yeah. Have you heard about his stuff that he's caught up in right now?
Oh, no, I haven't been keeping up with the exact, but I did hear something from him this morning where he is. He always got some kind of drama, but something about his daughter. I think his daughter. He has a daughter, and he was complaining to the baby mother about giving his daughter misinformation. Is that what you're talking about? Or you talking about some legal stuff, right?
Yeah, where the daughter is like calling out for her sister, and because he's trending right now, and I don't even know like if everybody that's out here know Dr. Umar something. I can't even get it all together, but he's a Pan Africanist.
Mm-hmm.
And before I'm not even talking bad about the man though. I am not talking bad about the man. And he on Drewski too. I don't even know if he on. Do you know Drewski?
I never heard of Drewski. Who is that?
Just somebody that's out there. He seems to be quite amusing. A young guy. Could have been music, but anyway. Let's get back to it. So that's Dr. Umar is not a dumb man. I don't think so. And he you know, a lot of stuff that he say make a lot of sense. And right now he's just not living up to what that's the problem. Like right now that he's facing. He don't live up to all his actions.
Right. Yeah, because we still waiting on that school. I mean, my I was gonna put my kids in there, but they college age now, so I'm trying to figure out if he go start a university next. I missed out on the other stuff.
Yeah. And we're not gonna be so hard on him though about that, because he had good intentions, right? So we all have
maybe by the time my grandkids get some consequences, he goes.
Yeah, the grandkids might be able to go by then. You know what he need though? I think because he's in charge, right? And he's like the head big kahuna, and he needed a partner that he need company like me. Is he a Libra? Look, is he a Libra? He need.
No, I think Umar is a Leo. I think
he a Leo. He won't let nobody help, but he need to have somebody to, you know, where he can just get out on the camera and do what he do and actually have a little worker bee that's making everything happen. And that would be probably fantastic for him. And then even maybe put him on a budget where he can, because, you know, I heard he collected over $2 million for the school. So, you know, put the money.
Did you donate?
No, did you?
No.
I mean, I don't mean to say it like that.
I mean, truth be told, though, I'm behind that idea, because if he was to get that school open, I would like to get a hold of some programs to get it started, you know, in that school that he has, because I had some ideas for that school. So, I mean, I like the idea and the concept. I was, you know, what he was trying to do was a good idea. And we was talking about that young man. Wasn't it a young man in Atlanta?
Mm-hmm. I looked his name up. It was Randall King, something like that. Randall King. And we can do that. We're freestyling today. But I made a little note here of different things that I want to talk about, that we can talk about. So
yeah, so why is that kid was able to do this, you know? So I don't think it requires all that he was trying to do, because it seemed like, you know, like I said, I got to investigate that guy, his program, or what he was doing. But it seemed like he did he did a little more with less.
Yeah, I think he started from his home. So
right.
And then it expanded out, and he got a school and stuff, because he went on, you know, you sent me the clip. He was on Martin Rowland show, and Martin was he was hard on him, but I watched it. I got the full clip. I sent it to you too, the full clip.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing, but because Martin was, I don't understand why he was negative towards the young man. What was his reasoning for being because then he criticizing him somehow?
Yeah, so the reason they was bumping heads, because the young man was going, he was saying, and we'll play that, we'll maybe do that later, not today though. Roland Martin was hard on him because the young man was saying he don't really roll with the government and like voting and all that type of stuff. And that's how Roland Martin
Martin.
run.
Yeah, Martin's got a problem with that part, I guess.
Yeah, he had a big problem because he was like, so you started from your home, right? And then and then you got grants and stuff, right? Where did you get the grants from? Right, and that's what the Lord, he kept saying, where, because he was like, I got donations and stuff, and he was like, so you operate fully off of donations and stuff. So he made the little young guy admit that he get donations. It's like, and if you got grants, where did you get the grants from? From the government. Like, okay, we get that. So, but at the end of the day, at the end of that conversation, it was going hard. Both of them stood their grounds. And he was like, well, that's your lane. You like to get people out to vote and stuff like that. He don't want to do that. He don't want to set up voting registration tables and stuff. He did what he felt like was necessary, and he opened up a school. And he was like, that's not his lane to be over there at the, like, come over here and vote. Come over here and vote. And I'm like, I get it. So both of them was bumping heads, but Martin was trying to make him go, yeah, but it's important to vote and stuff. And that's a whole nother conversation too with us. It is important. Let me write this down.
So that goes off of what we was talking about too a while back about how, you may have a different view than someone else, but at the same time, y'all have a goal or idea that's similar. So just because, I'm sure that Roland don't think it's negative that he is making a move to try to educate people or to come up with a concept of people being more informed. But so the fact that he wanted him to get political, he had a problem with the young man, and instead of just going at him like that, maybe they could have some kind of camaraderie where they could come together, and even though they have a different ideology like that, don't bash each other out in the public like that, but say maybe come together in private and then discuss why he feels that way, and he might persuade the young man, or the young man might persuade him, because I kind of understand both of what they're coming from, because the government sometimes is not, I ain't gonna say not needed, but sometimes it can be in the way, because obviously he was successful in getting it started without the government, because if it wasn't, then it wouldn't have happened. So something he did was right. Okay. And then Roland Martin also may be right, because you do need the government. I feel like you do need the government to step in at times and provide what is needed, because what is the government for?
It's it's an applied order, honestly. Like, if we didn't have like the government and rules and stuff, and we get the government ourselves, I really think we'll be like off the chain. Can you just imagine everybody just doing what they want to do? It'll just be hard to come together. So, but we just want to do things and have a government that's fair. And
True. But in the young man's defense, also, I agree with what you're saying too about that. You do need the government to come in at times, but at the same time, is not the government kind of in the way a little bit? If you think about what happened with the Black Panther movement, they were supplying the children with school meals, lunch meals, because the government didn't step in to do what they were supposed to. I think they tried. What was his name? Was Carmichael? The head, like, he even petitioned for the government to get involved, and they did not. So he took it upon himself to get those free meals, free lunches for the children. And so that's almost similar to what that young man was doing. Like, he saw a need, and it was a good need, and then the government got mad about it, and they shot him. They got rid of.
And okay, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that was that's the thing where you know, you got to look at it from both angles, both ways. So when you taking your views on what your subject is. So what you was about to say?
So and with the back with the government, the government, I always say the government never been really friendly with us because we wouldn't have never been in slavery for 200 plus years. And a government allowed that to happen. And, and then I'm going to include others. Like the government is, they harsh. They real gangsters. They are real gangsters because not only did they enslave African Americans, back with the Rockefellers and all of them, and them immigrants was down there working in the coal mine, and things was blowing up and doing different things. Like they always took advantage of whoever they could take advantage of. And that's when, it's a group of people that's in the government to go, hey, we can't do that. And there's another group in the government like, oh, it's okay. And they made laws like labor laws because they had the Rockefellers, they had people, and you can fact check, like you can watch The Men Who Built America. It's really good. When I watched it, I thought I was gonna watch something about slavery, but it was like the big guys, Ford,
Carnegie.
Yeah, all of them. So, like
Rockefeller, Carnegie, Ford, and there was one more, wasn't it?
It was the Vanderbilts. It was J.P. Morgan. It was Con Edison. It was like all of them. And they you had to make labor laws because not only like for us, they didn't want to pay us nothing. Slaves, they had us working day and night. Like them, they had immigrants that came from different countries and working them in the coal mine, and like day and night things was blowing up, bad machines, no lunches and stuff like that. But they went to picket and they shot them and stuff, and Donald Trump wanted to know if he could shoot people in the knee when they protest and stuff like that. And what they doing. And when to me, when he said make America great again, that was back there in those times when like Ford and the Rockefellers was working people like to the bone, not giving them no money. Like just the big guys was just making all this profit. And then they had to bring in the labor laws, like you can't work a kid. Then like you can only work like maybe 5 days a week, and like we're gonna review all of that too, like how was it made, but it was part of the government. Some other people that's like, no, we can't do that. We can't just work the people. But to make America great again in his eyes is to take us right back there that was for them people. Like taking away the union. Like if you think you don't need no union and nobody to regulate how they work the people, these big guys will work you to the bone. And it don't make no sense how inflation keep rising and keep rising and keep rising. And people was making like, I don't know how much the labor law, your wages for how much you make an hour. I think when I started working, it was like maybe $3.50 an hour, something like that. And it was still pretty expensive, but things weren't as expensive as it is now. But inflation kept going up. And then you had to fight. They have raised. I remember you go to your job and you like, oh, I get a raise this month, this year, and you get like a 10 10-cent raise or something like that. They was doing stuff like that. You remember when they were doing 10-cent raises and 5-cent raises?
Yeah. I remember that. Even on the job. I remember when I was working in a metal factory, and I think they was giving us like 10 cents and 25 cents and stuff like that. And I looked at it, I'm like, what in the world? 25 cents. Man, I was ready to pull out a quarter, and I wanted to flick it back at the man. Take that quarter, man. But I took the quarter anyway, though.
Yeah, I mean, but you be kind of look. That's how they had us brainwashed a little bit, though. So you go, oh, that's better than nothing, and you go like this. So if you get 25 cents, you make like say you make $3.50, and you're like, oh, I make $3.75 now, and like, shoot, I'm about to make $4 in a minute.
Man, I'm moving up like Georgia Wheezy. I'm about to moving on up, girl. I'm about to get a deluxe apartment.
Yeah, and and they did that to the American people. And meanwhile, everything else is going, and then it got to be unbalanced.
Because them little bit of raises like that, they won't even keeping up with prices on stuff for real. If you think about it, a little 50 cent, 25 cent, 10 cent. It's like, ooh, yeah, I'm balling.
And so then when they did the big one, like $15, and that didn't even happen because I don't even think it's all the way legit yet. I think they got one more year because you can slowly raise it, like $10, $11, $12. But it's just like, to me, how some people jumping the gun when soon as Trump said we're going to do this and they doing it. That's the same thing. I think that like with the jobs, when the people heard like, oh, we can get up to $15 an hour, and then the corona and all that, the virus and stuff started happening. So like they didn't want to give people like, because I think it was like $9 or something like that. So you had to give everybody like $10. And then like next year it's mandatory that they get 12, and then the next year, like have it go. But when people heard that they can get 15, and then the virus came and people got locked in the house, and then people going, no, you're gonna give me 15 now. That's how that was going. And they had to, like, some of these jobs had to do 15 plus to get the people back to work. Because, them checks, like, it was money coming out, all kinds of different things. But just to not get too caught up in that type of conversation is that, no, you cannot just put all your eggs in the basket for government and, and keep thinking they're going to do right by us. But we got to keep like how some people go marching and trying to and voting and all that type of stuff don't really matter. Because, that's what they go, what it matter for? Ain't nothing going to happen. To me, it do matter. Like if you don't do nothing, them people will run over us. And we would be like right back into slavery again. But look, it's 20 minutes. Is it 20 minutes? All right. That was a fast 20 minutes, I think. Look, time go by fast. So you have to put some, like, you gotta stay in the game and try to like, you gotta vote. If you don't vote, like he said when he was running, he said, I tell you what, all you got to do is vote for me for one time and you never have to vote again. That's what he said. So like, voting is important. But unless you want to just like put dictators in office and let them make all your decisions. And out there in Alabama, they walking, they protesting.
What is that today?
I'm not too sure. I see little videos about it. I think I'm not too sure, but they doing a reenactment. Well, you know what? They just still, that's where the black folks at doing it. Walking across that bridge.
So is it the anniversary of something or something?
Yeah, it's the anniversary.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's the anniversary. Thank you. And and so he is, you gotta do that. Like, you gotta stay in the game. To me. So, we gotta vote. I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna continue to vote. And I think whether you believe in voting or not, I think all our ancestors and stuff, that everything they went through to vote, I think you just, whether you want to vote or not, you got to go do it for Big Mama and everybody that was out there. You got to do it for Harriet Tubman and all of them. Like, you got to do it for all of them. Because, I mean, that lady she could have got her freedom and just went on about her business. I think she made like 13 trips going back and forth. That is scary. You hear me? That's some scary stuff.
The Underground Railroad.
To get your freedom. And I went to go see the movie when she finally made it up north, and like, okay, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, to give her new identity. And she like, I'm going back. They're like, oh no, don't do that. And she like, what is my freedom without my family? And my brothers and sisters and my mother and my father.
Very powerful.
Yeah. It's still like she is enslaved. Like she like, I can't live and be free. And my brothers and sisters, my mother and my father. And she went and she got her mama. Her mama was old and everybody. She even went for her husband. Remember she went for her husband?
Who? Harriet Tubman?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was married.
Yeah, well, and don't be quoting me. That's what I'm like. What I remember, fact check yourself, because this is what I got in my fact check yourself, because this is what I got in my head, and I'm going off of the movie. And, they whitewashed the movie too, but at the same time, yeah. So we're gonna say she had the husband, and when she ran off, because she said she wanted him to run with him, and he ain't want to. He was scared. He was scared to run because I think they were set to sell her because of something. Anyway, I gotta look at and do some rereading because she got hit in the head with the stone at the store, which was a confrontation between somebody else, and she got caught out there. And then it was just like she get ready to go.
She caught a string.
Yeah, she caught a string.
That was the first one of them drive-by. Well, somebody threw a stone and they was throwing stones. And she was innocent bystanders and got hit by a
yeah, at the store.
Weird day, man. I gotta watch that movie.
Yeah, so but she went back for her man. Let's just say that she went back for her man. And he was with another woman. You hear me?
Oh, man. Did she leave him there with the woman or did she grab him anyway?
She was still. Well,
trying to get this.
I think she still was going to get on the run. Like, we'll deal with this later. Because I don't know. I don't think she walked up on it. I think she seen him and like, hey, it's me, Maddie, or whatever they used to call her. And he like, what? I thought that's what he was like. I didn't know what happened to you.
Oh, so he kind of moved on.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's kind of not so bad if he thought that maybe she was, out of the, he might have thought she was out of the picture. I'm trying to be on his side. Huh?
Yeah, he didn't know she made it to freedom or what. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He'd be like, baby, I thought you was gone, baby. Here you go popping back up and stuff. I mean, what you expect for me to do?
Yeah. And I think she still was gonna take him.
What? Okay. Well, she probably might have realized that. She said, well, I would have did the same thing. If you had left and not showed back up, I would have thought you was dead.
And I think she would have took the woman too. I think, like, look, can she go too? You know what I'm saying? Like, can she go?
We'll deal with this later. Let's get out of here. We'll deal with this later.
And I really believe she'll be like, come on, get your bags. Come on. Long as you listen to what I'm saying. I ain't got time to be out there arguing with you because they said she'll shoot you before she let you turn back. Like, cause they gonna beat stuff out of you and make them you gotta tell them things.
Oh yeah, she's standing on business.
Yeah, so
ain't no one fucking ruin the show. Come on now.
Yeah, so I mean, but there's a lot of great stories out there about the people, and that's why I say we had to vote, and we had to keep hope alive, and we had to keep on trying, and stuff like that. So, like right now, what they're doing in the administration is just dropping one thing, one thing, one thing, one thing. These executive orders and this and that and this. He's trying to wear you out. He's trying to wear you out, have your mind so blown that you can't even think. You're going left and right, left and right, left and right, and you just feel defeated. So you can't listen to all of that stuff that he has to say. It's silliness. Honestly, it's a bunch of silliness, and you just ignore it and stick to your path. Because it don't make sense. Some of the stuff he's talking about. And then at the end of the day, who cares? Like the little things that, nothing he wants to do is really little. But the things that he is talking about doing. So, today is free. Look, we freestyle on this show. And as we go along, we can pick. It's going to grow. It's really going to grow. But me and Baker, man, we out here. We part of the hard-working crew.
Yeah, we was one of the ones in the bottom boat, the bottom of the Titanic, trying to keep it afloat.
Yeah. So everything not gonna come in perfect. Like, what these guys think they doing? We trying. We trying to.
We about to climb up there and take over that boat. We gonna get them folks up in there, and we gonna be partying. Either they gonna party with us, or they gonna get thrown off the boat.
So right now we just gotta keep it going. Yeah, right now we just gotta keep it going though. Like we gotta keep it going.
These icebergs, Bill Black better. We about to take over the boat and navigate around all these icebergs, and if they ain't going to comply, they gonna get put in the tugboat. We gonna get them off of the boat.
Yeah. So that's what we got going on. So, and it's just open conversation that we have. So it's freestyle, and but definitely we got like a lot of different things happening in this world. I don't even know. As I'm moving around and seeing things, I'm a YouTube watcher, and I get the news break stuff, watching the news and all that type of stuff. But March the 18th.
What's happening on March the 18th?
He's changing up the credit.
To do what? Better or worse?
To me, he's playing that game. So we're going to only have 2 credit bureaus, and this is what I'm understanding. You guys check it out too for yourself. We got the 3 credit bureaus. It's going to be 2.
What?
And any kind of medical anything, they can't put it on your credit. But and everybody's excited about that, but that don't mean anything, because a lot of places when you apply for credit, they might overlook medical bills. So, but he's just saying they can't put it on your credit.
Well, that's wonderful. That's good for him to do that. Can you get him a message to drop these egg prices? What to do? Get the egg down. Brother trying to get an omelet and shit.
Yeah, I know. So that also you be able to do they're gonna put your rent and your utilities and all that type of stuff on your credit, and it's some kind of.
I wasn't Biden trying to do that though, or was that strictly from him? I thought that Biden came up with that.
Well, I don't know if he's gonna do it, try to make it so where it's gonna be mandatory. So what's gonna happen? What I think is what's gonna happen is, so you got your corporations are taking over a lot of the real estate industry. Apartment buildings, the houses and stuff. So, and then they got all these portals and stuff. How you pay your rent and stuff like that. Zach, can you turn that water down for me, please? Or even maybe off. So you got the portals and all that type of stuff, and they can report that to your credit and stuff. For the private landlords and stuff that don't have these systems, like, I don't think, unless they buy into the system, right? And you probably got to pay for that software system where they'll collect your rent for you, and they'll do this and they'll do that, and you have to buy into the software system. It's almost probably like property management. So you have to buy into that thing, but it's something good for them. So when you think, this is gonna be good because I pay my rent. Like, rent is too high to me. I don't particularly like it, especially if you make it mandatory. And one person said to me, "Don't worry about it. If you pay your rent on time." That's what they said. If you pay your rent on time, you ain't got to worry about that. But it's gonna be very challenging for people to pay that rent. Number one, you don't even make enough money to pay your rent. With the new prices of these places. So
yeah, man, they got 1-bedroom apartments for like $1,600 and stuff. I'm thinking, man, what in the world? How in the world are people paying that? You just working just to go stay in your apartment?
Well, you have to honestly, you working 2 jobs in order to have to pay your rent. So then you can't afford to eat. Everything going up. So you caught up in this system.
The matrix. You caught in the matrix.
Yeah, so you caught up in this system, and then they're gonna make it and put this on your record. Like, no, the way to Biden, I don't know who set it up, but you have, like, you can go to Experian, and you can set up stuff. Experian.com, and you can say, "Hey, I want my utility bills to be included into my credit. I want my rent." Like, it's optional. It is places out here like that will make it optional where the credit bureau will put that in. But I don't think it should be mandatory. Like, what about the people like that's getting ready to lose Section 8? I mean, you just got decent people. Because we're not going to say people that don't pay that rent are not decent people. They're not going to be able to pay that rent. And to me, and I don't understand completely, but he's going to set up some kind of system that's going to attach to your card or something, or you buy into this card, or however you do it, and it tracks your spending. And your spending helps with your credit too.
Okay, then that's good. Good news then. So we have to give them that. Then. That's good if it works out like it.
I don't like it. I don't like that.
You don't like it?
I don't like it at all.
Oh.
Don't track my spending. I mean, don't track my spend. I ain't got much to spend. For me, I don't like it. Because I'm on the lower end. That's, to me, I'm on the scrambling end. If I had like a whole bunch of money and like, you know how some people like, oh, you can just set this up and automatically like pay your rent, automatically pay your bills, or like stuff just come out automatically. Like, no, I wouldn't even do that if I had a lot of money, because sometimes the bill is wrong. Like, and like, why my bill so high? But because I got like, I'm sitting on a lot of money, and every time my bills is due, like, they just like, I don't even know how much my bill is. I got it set up where it just come out my account every month. I don't like that type of stuff. Like, I need to know to make sure y'all charging me right. So, and my money is too limited for you to have me on some watch system. To have me on some watch system and be judging me. Because to me, like, when you're doing good, your credit score just going up. you can be late one time and it just crashed the whole thing.
Right.
So what happens when he fire y'all? Like what happens when he fire people? He to put you on this stringent credit reporting system and then make you lose, then fire you from your work.
And so now you don't have a job to report, and then so it kind of is double negative, because now you don't have a job, and then now your bills is not getting paid, so your credit is going to suffer from both of them things.
Mm-hmm. When I just think it just, because what if I got to go live with my mother, or I got to double up with somebody, and they say, well, you still need to pay that rent that you owe me, and you still need to pay them utility bills. And like, look, and now you over here in a whole new situation. Is like, no, this world, this government is like, it's consumers' debt. Like, to me, when you born, they got you ready for it. Like, the American dream. And that's what we need to talk about too. Redefining the American dream. Like, go to school and get a good education. And when you go, you already got all this college debt. And they don't want to forgive the loans.
Mm-hmm. And they said some people saying that American dream was that what it was? It was a dream. It's not for real.
Yeah. So by the time you get your so then you need to get a house. So look, go get the loan for the education, then go get the house, then get the car. Like, you in debt, then get the credit cards. That's what it's all about. The government and the corporations just making all the money and keeping you as a worker. If they could still pay people $5 an hour, and they had a fit. When they raised that minimum wage up to $15, what they do? They start making self-checkout. They doing the kiosk machines, making robots. They let people go. They got less workers because they not in the business of being fair. They in the business of making profit.
Mm-hmm. When the righteous are in power, the people rejoice. But when the wicked are in control, the people will mourn. Yeah. That's in the Bible. That's in Proverbs.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So
people are not rejoicing right now. The righteous are not in power, but the wicked are in power. So the people are mourning.
So, because we get ready to close this on up, because it's 47 minutes. We're going into the whole hour. We're going into an hour. We're supposed to do 20 minutes. But so
that's Proverbs 29 too. Yes, go ahead.
I mean, quote it on, because that's how some people, and I'm not like a really good Bible person myself, but some people go, oh, so we need to vote. We need to still believe in the Lord. Like, we got to have hope within us. Like, it's a lot of different things. So when we talk about this, because this system, like, I think I'm going to speak for Black folks, because that's what I'm good at a little bit. How about I'm going to speak for myself? How about that? I'll speak for myself. The way what he's doing to me, like, make America great again, is going all the way back to 1619 and all that type of stuff, all the way back. And everybody thought that it was gonna, and too, I think his goal was to sock it to the Black folks, but other people getting caught in the midst of it. And now it's like, we can't even just say poor folks. It's the haves and the haves not.
It's anybody who ain't up there with him.
Yeah.
That 1% that's in power, the 1% that is in rule. So, of course, being at the bottom of the totem pole, Black folks always take the most of the hits according to how everything is set up in the system. But shoot, everybody that ain't up there with them, they don't mind sacrificing a few white folks as well, which is the fact that they kind of use the white folks that are not up there with them. They collateral damage. They going to suffer too, which they don't understand that they part of the system that's going to get hit as well. But they like to lead them to believe that because that they are white, that they are up there. They sell them that American dream or that personification, like they up there with them, and they believe it, not realizing that they're not cared for either if they're not in that same 1% that is in rule right now. So everybody's catching strays. You know what I mean? Everybody go catch, take them hits, and they can be seen now. Like just even on these YouTube channels, you can see how immigrants, the Latinos, white folks, anybody who is not up there with them are getting hit right now. So they didn't realize that the leopard was going to eat their face too. The leopard is eating them faces, and they can't even put their arms up to cover their face because the leopards are eating the arms too.
So
knocking them out. Yep. So that's how that goes. So if that's the problem with what happened anyway, is that they like to make them believe that they are part of the 1%, and if they can sell them that dream, then that's why they voted for these people that don't care about them either.
Yeah. So but we're gonna be all right. So like we got to go back to its history and everything just being redefined. It was like revolutionary when we got out of slavery, and then they said, then they, did the Jim Crow law and the the inmate leasing and all that type of stuff, and then we still keep overcoming. So, and it's just time. It's just time to because we got too comfortable. So this is just a reminder. So we about to build back better, build black better and stuff. We getting ready to get back into our own banking, back into our own school, and back into a lot of stuff. And whether everybody choose to join or not, it's going to be enough of us that a lot of us are still going to be able to sustain. So like when some people go, one person, somebody black, I don't know who it was, that day on the 28th when we didn't supposed to go out, he said he purposely went out, a black guy. He said, I purposely went shopping. And I said, what an idiot. You know what I'm saying? What an idiot. He like, it ain't going to do nothing. It ain't going to do nothing. But honestly, it is doing a little something. Like the only way these people rich is because we make them rich, and then I'm gonna, try to finish out with this, it's just like McDonald's. They say, don't eat at McDonald's. McDonald's got, that food is bad. It's killing you. But what you do, we still go to McDonald's and eat. But if we didn't go to McDonald's to really eat, then McDonald's wouldn't have no bad food to feed nobody. And then they say, hey, the people not really coming. We got to do better so that the people can come. But as long as you keep coming, they ain't got to do nothing. It's just like little CC's Pizza. They went up on the price, and then they don't even give you no sprinkled cheese anymore.
What?
Yeah, they don't get if you go get a little Caesar pizza and say, can I get some cheese, a little sprinkle pack of cheese, Parmesan cheese? They say, oh, we don't do that no more. And I'm like, how you?
Oh hell no! I'm about to get some picket signs. We about to get out there under the CC's and we go get that cheese right back up in there. Come on.
And what? And people still buying the pizza. That's how.
There should have been a national boycott against them until they get that cheese back where they supposed to have it.
We won't do it.
You go cut out.
We won't do it. We won't do it. It's like going to McDonald's. If McDonald's cut the ketchup out in the sauces, or even say, because you should get at least one complimentary ketchup, right? And like complimentary, like honey mustard or whatever. But if McDonald's say, we're not doing no more sauces, you got to pay 5 cents. So you like order some fries and they say, oh, well, and just add the price to it. People would pay 5 cents per sauce. Like, it's no more complimentary. I was at the Wawa's one time and the lady asked for matches. She bought the cigarettes. Cigarettes is expensive. And the lady said, can I get some matches? And the lady said, the worker said, we don't do that no more. That's what she said. Because you used to buy a pack of cigarettes and get a thing of matches on the back. Yeah, I mean, not on the back, but you get a thing of matches, complimentary matches to go with your cigarettes. So, but now she said they don't do that. So you pay all this money for cigarettes and you can't get no matches. And that's because the cigarette companies and that, they just don't want to do no extra. They want all the money for themselves. So when, excuse me, when you don't stand up for your rights, they do anything to you. All you gotta do is stop buying cigarettes and say,
until you get some matches back on there, I'm not gonna smoke no more until I see some free matches.
But they're
That's
not.
how you gotta get.
They're not. So I believe in us trying to take some action, whether you believe it or not. So, like I said, that man said, black man, he said, he don't care nothing about that. That ain't gonna stop Target. He said, y'all are stupid. Y'all think that that's gonna put Target out. Target and everybody, they're losing sales now. And if they continue to keep losing sales, it'll get better. They can't just continuously keep losing sales.
Oh yeah, they feeling it. Believe me, trust me. When it comes to money, one thing about these systems in place and stuff, when you cut them off on their money, they feel that they don't like to. They don't like to have their reports on the quarterly saying that they took losses from something like a boycott. You know, it don't bother them so much when it's something that went wrong with the inflation or different things like that. They still don't want to hear it. But when they look at their fiscal reports and they see that they took a loss, and then they study as to why, and then they look at it and say, oh, it's because people boycotted. Like black folks stopped putting the money there. They're not trying to hear that because they don't want to know that black people had some kind of power over them like that. Yeah, so they feel that. Trust me on that. Everything is about money in this place. You know, America's not a country; it's a business.
Yeah. So with that, you know, we get ready to close this on out. Yes. Once again, it was a pleasure. Baker Man.
Yes, it was. No doubt.
And okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, keep your head on the swivel. That's all. Keep your head on the swivel.
Okay, so look at me, and I'm gonna say, you know, I'm gonna say, I am
Tanya Brown.
Yeah, I am Tanya Brown. I am Tanya Brown. Yeah. And I am changing the things that I cannot accept. I'm not accepting the things that I cannot change. Okay. And
right on.
That's what I have to say. And welcome. This was Freestyle Monday. We're going to try to get back again tonight if we can. And that was, you know, what it is. There's a lot of stuff happening around the world. Keep your head up. Stay in the fight, right? Think smart. Don't react in a bad way. react in a positive way that that'll help you get to the next move. And we're gonna be all right. That's what we're gonna be. We're gonna be all right. And don't forget,
Yes.
when you listen, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel and make a comment. Okay? We getting in the game. You hear me? We getting in the game. I had some people, I said, did you listen to it? Yeah. I said, did you hit the like button? They said, no, not yet. I'm going to hit it later. I said, why you going to hit it while you watching it?
Maybe they didn't like it. They didn't want to hurt your feelings. They ain't listening to that message.
Okay. So.
Or you may just have a hater on the midst. They don't want to see you succeed. You know, that happens too.
I'm going to tell you, when I go to people's YouTube channels, that's kind of one of the first things I do is I hit that like button, because if they took the time to try to make the video, I'm going to take the time to hit the like button, you know, whether I like it or not.
Yeah, I listen to Fox station, and I hit the like button because I wanted to remain in the algorithm. So I like to hear what they have to say. Well, I ain't gonna say like it, but I'd like to know what they have to say, because how do you combat against your enemy if you don't know what they're thinking?
Yeah,
so you have to listen to both sides. I pay attention to what they say. You don't think that they're not listening to you? Don't think for 1 minute that they listening to you right now, T-Money. They watching. So you have to look at them too, right?
I do look at them. I do look. Like I
hit the like button too, and I even subscribe to that channel. I hit the like and I subscribe so that I can pay attention to what they're saying. Yeah,
so you can, when they make a post, you be right there on it.
Yep, fact checking. No, it ain't. That's not what happened.
Yeah, because I listen to people that talk good about Trump. I got 2 channels. I listen to the Democrats and different people. I listen to the Republican stuff. I listen to who love Trump. I listen to people who don't like him. Like, I listen to everything. I listen to some people that believe voting helps, and I listen to people that don't believe that vote don't help. Like, but in the process of everything, like this person and that person, within ourselves, we got to learn what works for us, and thinking for ourselves and doing for ourselves, and then doing in such a way that you can collaborate with somebody else, and then it even makes more of an impact, you know. So getting out of self, and that's what I'm doing. Like, I could just be, and I am focused on doing better within me, but I'm trying to focus doing better for my family, and I'm focusing on doing better for my community and stuff like that. So, you know, I think we do have to get outside of ourselves. And I think too, just my opinion, that, you know, some of us, they'd be like the uppity Black folks and stuff like that. I think when everybody got like kind of big and different things like that, they don't relate to the smaller guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a regular person. I might meet somebody that's high status, you know, and stuff, and they even frown their nose upon me, like, oh, look at her. You know what I'm saying? Even like with the YouTube channel that we're trying to start, we might got some big guys like, I know they not, like, look at them. They, you know, ready to criticize instead of trying to help. So, like, and we could pick any kind of topics to be. We could be out here dancing or doing different things, baking cakes or whatever, but we really out here trying to talk about important issues. The best. I'm doing the best that I can on my level. I'm in my own lane, and I'm on my own level. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. So,
all right.
I gotta get ready for work. You?
I mean, yeah, I'm doing some little bit of stuff around town. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Always working. Even when I'm ain't working, I'm still working.
Yeah. So I gotta get, and that's a good thing too to be able to say I gotta get ready to go to work. So I want people to work, and we're gonna get into some good stuff. You gotta work for people, work for yourself too. Like you gotta figure this whole thing out, because them people have you working for that dream, and how you so tired by the time you get home, you don't even know if you like. It's the goal is not for you to be working for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or even doing things that you enjoy doing. These people would dog you. You hear me? They take your one life that you had to live and they would dog you out. And that's what I'm trying to learn about legislation and stuff like that, because like you should be able to get to a certain age after you done worked and did certain things, no paying taxes, not all this high rent. Like when you pay for your house and your house is paid for, and you know you got your ancestors that like in your family like might have bought the house for $30,000, and even though like the value went up in the house and then you can make X amount of dollars, like if you decide to sell it or it's worth this much money, but now you got to pay X amount of taxes for it. And then even when you die, in the next generation got to keep paying for taxes and taxes. I think at a certain thing, you got to lock it. Like I'm just making up any number, like $1,000 a year just for this house. You know what I'm saying? After a certain amount of years, like you can't just keep going up and up and up and up and up and passing it on from generation to generation to generation. Like when do you ever get to own it? You know what I'm saying? Clear and free. Like you always got to pay utilities for stuff and that. So, like, say this house been in the generation for 3-4 years, lock it in at a good price. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. But that's the type of stuff we need to be fighting for, so that we can keep us. So we can keep our shit that we get. You know, instead of them trying to, you know, losing it to the taxes, because that's how they take people farmland. They take your stuff. So anyway, anything you want to say before we get ready to go? Last time, then we really out of here. I'm gonna count to 3.
Yeah. I didn't already. You say go count to 3.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. Give it the countdown. Go ahead.
All right. You want me to do front or backwards?
It doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah, that's look forward to the next one.
I do. You count us out.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. We out.
All right, bye.
All right.